What you know about that sound?
Time to go through and do some dusting.
Oh, I didn't see the shark guy.
Skeletor kicked his ass off of Snake Mountain, and he broke, and that's when I realized that all 90s toys were held together by some rubber band.
He's got some short ass legs though. Go back. Get your punk ass back. Alright, or something. Or his t-shirt even. Ooh. To say. Exactly. Exactly. Alright.
Here, are you gonna sit down?
No. I'm gonna stand right here.
You lying ass. Sit down! My legs are tired.
Give me a toy.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! And...
What, you gotta get closer.
2, 1. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of MRM here with Not Your Average Nerds. It's your boy, Big Kid Kingpin, and El Rudy.
Hey.
That means the Rudy in Spanish, but whatever. So today we are doing another MRM, but a request. And this episode was requested by none other than Mikey Martinez, aka Mikey's Action Figures, one of the core members of the Syndicate group. And last week they did, or a couple weeks ago, they did one for Ricky Dones. And this week we're going to do one for him because he requested a dope-ass movie called Small Soldiers. Small Soldiers was released in 1998, and it was directed by Joe Dante, who was also the director for Gremlins, for the movie Matinee, for Gremlins 2. And he had a couple other ones in there I can't remember, but his movie style is pretty dope. I mean, freaking Gremlins. Who doesn't like Gremlins?
Gizmo.
So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into this MRM, as Mikey would say.
Let's get it.
The movie follows mostly two main characters. The main one being Alan Abernathy, played by Gregory Smith, and his love interest, his little neighbor hottie, Kirsten Dunst, who plays Christy. Right, Christy?
Christy.
It'd be funny to have Kirsten play Kirsten, but she plays Christy.
Yeah.
AKA the neighborhood hottie, Mary Jane Watson. And also, going back and watching this movie, I now realize how many badass actors were in this movie. So, David Cross is in there.
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
Scary movie. He's the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh my God.
He's the guy in the wheelchair that doesn't let nobody help him. He's a funny guy. He's an awesome actor. I can do it myself. Jay Moore is in there. Dennis Leary. He's in there.
I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body reading Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly might feel the need to, okay, pal?
This was also Phil Hartman's last movie. Phil Hartman was... I love Phil Hartman. I love his movies.
Howard! Hey, buddy. How's it going out there? Everything okay?
So, he was in there. Tommy Lee Jones does the voice of Chip Hazard.
Chip Hazard.
And then Frank Major.
Chip Hazard.
And Frank Langella does the voice for Archer. And for those of you who don't know, Frank Langella was also Skeletor in the live-action Masters of the Universe.
I, Skeletor, am master of the universe.
So, Skeletor's in the movie. What more do you want?
I forgot about that fucking movie.
Forgot about what movie?
He-Man? Or no, it was Masters of the Universe, right?
Oh, we're going to do another MRM. Because of this guy. Forget about Masters of the Universe?
I mean, yeah. Well, the movie, not the cartoon, the movie. you forget about the movie.
So, I mean, for me, going back to watch it, I was seeing all those actors, and I was like, damn, I didn't realize it. Because at that age, I didn't know who they were regardless, and I haven't watched it in a few years. So, yeah, it was pretty dope to see all those actors in there and see them from when they were first starting out to where they are now. So, that was pretty cool.
Small Soldiers follows the storyline of this huge conglomerate called Global Tech taking over a smaller toy company called Heartland Toy Systems. And Dennis Leary is like the CEO, and he comes in and he's meeting with these two toy designers. They were the biggest guys. Yeah, David Cross
and Jay Moore.
Oh, would you can it, Irwin? Come on, this is a golden opportunity. If we pull this off, we will have Gilmore's eating out of our hands.
Mm-hmm. and they were the biggest guys at Heartland. And the reason he kept them on, when they get into the meat room, it's completely empty. And they're like, so where is everybody? And he's like, we are everybody. And he fired everyone else and kept them because they came out with one toy that sold like crazy. So he's meeting with them for new toy ideas, and David Cross...
Dennis Leary.
Oh yeah, Dennis Leary. Fuck it, I'm taking this thing off. It's hot.
It's blustering me. Jesus. Amateur hour.
Well, it felt better with the AC on. Now it's all... Ah, that feels so much better. Alright.
You're not Santa Claus, you smell like beef. Feel better now?
Oh yeah.
Looks like a towel.
I know, it's a baggier shirt. That's why I had that on.
It's like, it's really, really tight.
Alright, sorry, I had to take my sweater off because it's hot. We had the AC on, and now it's not on.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's like a complete fucking...
Just to have something completely different,
It's in his contract. He has to have 4 wardrobes that he's never seen.
I didn't even check my hair, so... Alright, so Dennis Leary cuts him off while he's giving his little speech about the Gorgonites, and he's like, kids don't want to learn, that's not what we're into. So he's like, nope, and he goes to the next guy, and that is...
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore, okay.
He's like the ambitious guy. He's, by any means, he just wants the money. He just wants to impress Dennis Leary. So he's like the ass kiss. He'll do whatever it takes to get this dude to like him, type of deal. So he's like the yes man. He doesn't want to tell him no.
Yeah, and so Dennis Leary's like, okay, what do you got? And he presents him with... It was like the scene of the movie is really cool. He puts down this box and he reveals, and it's Major Chip Hazard, and he presents him with the Commando Elite, which are, I mean, it's right in the name. They're the elite of the elite commandos, and
like beefed up GI Joes. Yeah, he gives him a dope ass commercial. When the thing is done, he's like, does he really do that? He's like, do what? And he's like, does he like come out of the package and walk and talk? And he's like, well, no. And he's like, well, what the hell did you have that advertised for? He's like, well, we have all the disclaimers or whatever, but in the end, he's like, it gives Dennis Leary this big idea. He's like, well, what if that happened? What if the toy actually got itself out of the package and responded to you? You would say, who's there? And he would say, Major Chip Hazard reporting for duty. And David Cross is like, well, no. We don't have the technology for that. But then again, his partner is like, yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this.
Forget about this batteries not included crap. We're gonna stick in a lifetime Globotech lithium cell. Keep these things running forever.
Hey, how's this for a slogan? The Commando Elite. Anything else is just a toy.
Everything else is just a toy.
That's good too.
Now these guys are soldiers, right? And what do soldiers need?
Hats? Camouflage?
Miss Kegel?
Enemies, sir.
Enemies. See, these hideous, ugly freaks. These guys are the enemy, and our guys have to seek them out and vaporize them.
So Dennis Leary's like, well, all right, that's the toy I want. Now you guys have to go out there and make it happen. They have this argument, and he tells them we can't make it happen. We don't have the technology for that. We would need some sort of like military-grade processing chips.
Goes on to the Globotech system.
Their bidding
he
system.
finds their thing. Yeah, because they're part of the Globotech family now, so he can use anything that they have.
He has access to their they can get military contracts and all kinds of stuff. Technologies. And he orders like 500,000 of these things, and then they start mass production on the toys, and they go inside all the toys, and that actually makes them self-aware.
Yeah.
So it makes them really what the commercial was, and that's super awesome. So Hasbro or Mattel.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, it's 2017. You guys can get a grip on it. They don't have to be all killer, but it'd be dope to have like a little Batman walking around self-aware and shit. Maybe a Funko Pop. I don't know.
Sorry, I forgot to turn this off.
Again.
Which part did you...
Well, they get shipped now.
Now they're getting shipped. So they mass produced them. The chip goes into the Commando Elites and the Gorgonites. They ship them out.
The chip is the X-1000 too.
Is it? Oh yeah.
It's the X-1000. And this is a military grade thing that was supposed to go into missiles, and it's supposed to be a weaponized thing, but it was canceled from the government because it could be diffused with a simple EMP blast.
Yep.
So they didn't want it anymore. And
electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah.
Nerd alert!
So when they do this, they like manufacture everything and they ship out the early review, and like you said, that brings in our main character, which is
Alan Abernathy.
Yeah.
AKA me. This is where Mikey would have said, I'm Alan Abernathy. So it brings in.
Man, I really wish we had a wig right now. One of the parted wigs. Have him dressed like Alan Abernathy the entire time.
So Alan's dad owns a toy shop, but it's not like a dope ass toy shop. He just pops us all into like wooden boats and
yeah,
shit's whack.
Like, yeah, he has like a no war toys.
One stomach is hanging out.
Know what I mean?
He just looks so defeated right now. That's like a Juan never looks that way. Alright, go ahead.
And his dad has a rule, like no action figures, no toys that have guns or soldiers and war toys or whatever like that. Pretty much no action figures.
Yeah.
So Alan Abernathy, he has the hookup. His homeboy is this old guy. He drives the truck that brings the shipments in, and him and Alan are pretty cool. So he fronts him some toys. He's like, hey man, I need these toys. My dad's going on a business trip. I can sell them, make some profit. Pops will be proud of me. Can you just front these to me and I'll pay you back? The dude's like, yep. Just like that. Front street, throws it to him. Like it's kind of bad. Like he's just like, yeah, I'm in charge of all this shipment, but I'm gonna give it to this kid.
He likes Am.
So he gives him all the toys, and this dude's got time. He's got to sell them before his dad gets home, and that brings Kirsten Dunst.
Yep.
Christy.
Christy is his neighbor who he has this thing for.
How do they come up with the prices for the toys? Like, how does he know how much to sell them for if they're not on the market?
Because it comes with a sheet.
Yeah, it comes with the sheet.
Does it come with the sheet?
Yeah,
it comes with
every order
how
comes
much
with
How much were they selling them for? Because it was a lot of money.
The figures came out, they were like
$69.
I think they were $79.99.
Yeah.
Because I think they were $80.
Scalper prices.
Scalpers.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night.
When the shipment comes in, him and the old man, they're like, well, let's see what we have. So they open up the toys already, and he puts one of them out, and he's like, halt, who goes there? And then they talk to him, and they're like, oh, that's really cool. And they leave him open, just sitting out right there. And then he leaves to walk him out. So Christy comes in with her little brother. It's his birthday coming up, and he wants a new toy. And he's like, why didn't we go to Toy World? I told you I wanted to go to Toy World. And she's like, you'd be lucky you got... She's kind of a bitch. Like, she's very bitchy.
And one of those chicks that thinks she's doper than she really is. She's got that I'm dope attitude.
I'll get more into detail why I don't like this character. She's just no, but she brings her little brother in, and he's like, I don't want any of these toys. And like a bad little kid, the little brother sneaks into the back room, and he sees the toys fighting because they're already going at it with each other because that's what they're programmed to do. And I don't know which character does it, but he gets shot in the face. Like
he wants Chip Hazard.
Is it him? Because it looks like, I know because Chip Hazard's like, oh, civilian, and then like he gets shot, but it looks like one of Archer's arrows that hits him.
Might have been, yeah. I can't recall.
So it's a little confusing, but yeah, he gets shot, he runs to the front, and he's like, I know what I want. They go back and they're gone. And he's like, hey, they were just right here. And she's like, okay, well, can you save me one of the commandos and the monster things? And he's like, oh yeah, I can do that. So she leaves, and he goes to find him, and he finds him in this cupboard, and Chip Hazard has Archer like cornered, like he was about to kill him, but he stopped because the human was there. So he puts them back in their packages and stuff, sets up the store, and then he leaves for the day because he finds his dad's plane ticket. So he has to run it home, and then you meet his parents who are...
Same day. It's the dad from Transformers.
Yeah, it's the actor and the actual character.
Yeah.
So, you meet the parents finally, and he's like, oh, well, thanks. And you clearly find out that Alan's kind of a troublemaker. He got kicked out of schools, and...
Is that me?
That's not me.
Oh, that's Steve. Beaches, come.
Beaches, come. Sorry, Steve had work stuff.
Yeah.
So, after he gives his dad his plane ticket for his trip, he calls it a day, goes upstairs, and his bag starts moving. And he opens it, and Archer snuck into his backpack.
I am Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites.
He's like, what the heck? What are you doing in here? And he puts him down and he looks at him and says, halt, who goes there? And then Archer starts talking to him, and then he finds out that he is self-aware. Like, he's like talking to him, responding to him. He's like, what the heck's going on? And finally, Archer keeps telling him there will be no mercy. And he's like, are you threatening me? And he's like, we need your help. There will be no mercy. And then he keeps asking, what is your name? What is your name? And he tells him, Alan, now shut up. So he thinks that's his full name.
Greetings, Alan. Now shut up.
And while all this is going on back at the store, Chip is still activated. So he punches through his packaging, and he comes to life, and he brings all the commandos to life, and then they attack the Gorgonites.
Yeah, that's the scene where they all jump out of their boxes, and he lines them up in formation. And then at the end, he's like, let me see your weapon, soldier. Dude gives him his weapon. He's like, clack! Standard issue will not do here. It's dope. But yeah, that's when they get out of their package and they get their mission and objective from Chip Hazard to take over the Gorgonites and to terminate them.
Yeah.
So that's where the plot thickens.
Yeah. From there on, you have to watch the movie yourself, but we're still going to give some of our favorite scenes and everything like that. And we highly recommend you watch the movie, and it's really good, especially if you're a toy hunter.
It's dope. It's I mean, and if you haven't watched it in a long time and you go back and see it, I mean, you know, you pick up more on the humor. Some of the stuff, you know, so, like when you're a kid, you kind of hear it, you're like, oh, whatever. You're just more into the action figures. But now, as an adult, you watch it, you kind of like, oh, shit, all right.
It's all based on the Commando Elite hunting these figures down and destroying them, because that's their mission.
And the Gorgonites are just like a peaceful race.
Who hide.
Yeah, they all hide. They're cool. They're all like little cool, crazy characters, but you can just tell, like, Commando Elite wants to murder. The Gorgonites are just like, hey.
They want to find Gorgon. They want to make it home.
They just want to go home.
So the Commando Elite consists of Major Chip Hazard, Nick Nitro, Brick Bazooka, Link Status, and...
No, it was Static.
Link Static?
Yeah.
Okay, Link Static. He's the comms guy and the tech guy. And then there are two more. The guy with the comb over and... It's
Butch, Meat Hook?
Butch Meat Hook, yeah.
Butch Meat Hook, and then Kip Killian?
Kip Killian?
Killigan?
Killigan?
Killian?
Killigan.
Okay, yeah, then I never would have got those two.
And then they go against the Gorgonites, who is Archer, Oculus, Insaniac, Scratch and
Punch It
and Scratch It, and
who's the guy with the boulder?
Slam Fist.
Slam Fist.
Yep.
Oh, and then we're forgetting one. The guy who gets manhandled. Oh. His name was Troglodyne.
Troglodyne.
Yeah. Then they call him Frankenstein.
Yep. And P.S. After watching this, I am hunting down these damn figs, because they're actually really figs, but they're really, really rare and expensive to get. But be on the lookout, because I'm gonna have some of those soon.
See, and one thing that I'm disappointed with is in the movie the packaging is amazing. It's awesome. Like they have one side for like all the information, the picture, and then the window with the character.
The package looks like the Marvel Selects. Like the new Marvel Selects.
Yes,
like
exactly.
It has the cardboard down the side with the name, then the see-through window.
But it's not just all plastic, it's actually a box.
Yeah.
And it looks so cool. And then when they came out, they were just on card and really cheap.
Yeah. It is kind of disappointing, but at the same time, you're like, I need at least an Archer or a freaking Chip Hazard.
How big were they?
They were 12-inch figures.
Oh, really?
Some of them were 6-inch and some of them were 12-inch. I think maybe the 12-inch actually kind of resembled the packaging.
They came in a box, but it was still very cheap compared to it.
90s, bro.
Yeah, so it was a little bit of a letdown, but they're still pretty cool. I had a few of them growing up. I really wanted Insaniac because he was my
the spinner.
Yeah, he was my favorite character in the movie.
Oculus was just weird. He was just that
Oculus
big eye with
really weird. I had an Archer, and my brother swears up and down that I broke it. But I really think that he's thinking of my Turbo Man. This movie has a lot of highlighted scenes and everything. There are a few of them that I personally enjoy. Like, what was your favorite scene of the movie?
I think my favorite, two favorite scenes. One of them is when Chip Hazard destroys his standard issue weapon. It just shows you like the mind frame that Chip Hazard's in, how badass he is. And then I think the other one was when they were bringing the Gwendy dolls to life, but like they were all mutilated. They had like not like, the Gwendy dolls are like Barbie dolls in the movie, but they're like when the Commando Elite get a hold of them, they put the X-1000 chips in them and then they mutilate them, like give them knife hands and they look all crazy. It's like real creepy, but it's this cool ass scene. I just thought that was cool. So that's the way they do it.
As you can see, Stevie's kind of like all for the villain in this movie. And
dope.
Sticking to the Commando Elite, they were pretty psychotic.
They were really psychotic.
Like,
as an adult watching it, you're like, what the hell?
You are the best of the best.
Heartland Play Systems.
I'm having trouble with the Commando Elite. It's like they're alive.
Let's roll some armor. We got us a war to win.
They did some pretty out there things, like
they were like the Cobra Kai of toys, like no mercy. Mercy is for the weak. They're just out to kill.
Yeah, and I don't know, just when they attack certain characters, they go a little overboard. Like they could have straight up killed somebody by ODing them with some sleeping pills.
Yeah,
they gag somebody, throw them in the closet.
They
shoot nails into people.
They do a drive-by on the house with a nail gun.
Somebody gets set on fire. I mean, they give Chucky a run for his money in this movie.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
They're pretty psychotic. So, personally, I think my favorite part of the movie was seeing the characters come to life. The whole intro where it's showing the credits. They're showing the characters being made, the molds,
the manufacturing
and
part of it.
and I really enjoyed that part.
You know, and I don't know. I just want to say this: when this movie came out, and I saw Kirsten Dunst in it, I had like a little thing for her. And then I saw her in Spider-Man, and I totally disliked her. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna throw that out there.
And going back and watching it as an adult, they made her character horrible. Like, she was a horrible human being. She leads on Alan in the beginning, and she's like flirting with him and this and that. And then her boyfriend comes up on a motorcycle. I mean, he's a motorcycle.
Straight 90s style shit.
So he pulls up. And
John Connor'd his ass.
Yeah, he's the cool guy, he's the jock, and he picks her up. And she, from one moment flirting with him, she's all for this guy. Then there's a line where he asks her, what she thinks and stuff. And he's or she straight up tells him, sorry, I only date older men.
Yeah.
That's a little messed up. I don't know. I don't know. I think they made her kind of a bitch. Kind of a bitch.
But they also made Alan Abernathy. He was one of those posers. He was wanted to be a badass, but he was undercover pussbot. But I mean, he's Alan Abernathy, so whatever. He's cool. I mean, just his character in general. But I mean, as a toy collector, it's cool to see the toys come to life. Because in my head, I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I always just wonder, does that really happen when nobody's here? You ever walk into your room after you've set your toys up, and then one's moved, and you're like, fuck, move my toy.
That's the ghost.
Yeah, and everybody in the house I ain't touch it. You're like, So I'm looking at him don't chip Commander my ass. Don't chip Hazard my ass. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's a really awesome movie. I keep saying that, but I mean, I highly recommend this movie. You go and see it, and go rent it. It's on Netflix. If you have Amazon Prime, I know it's on there because that's where I watched it. I believe it's on Netflix. Get a Fire Stick. Go, what?
Get illegal on that.
You know what? Go down. I don't think they'll have it in Redbox, but if you got a family video, go rent it. Kick it old school.
Like it's 1997.
It's 1997.
Big thanks to Mikey Martinez again for
Mikey's Action Figures. Check him out on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel where he does toy reviews, toy hunts, and he also brings you up-to-date news on when figs are being released. He usually is able to throw a UPC or a DPCI number out for you can check him out. But awesome guy, good friend of mine. Do me a favor, go and check him out on his YouTube channel because he shows us support and love, and we show him support and love as well. You know what I mean? So
thank you again for the suggestion. We really appreciate it. And those of you who are giving us other suggestions, we will get to them. It's just maybe 1 or 2 a week, so it takes some time.
Yeah, there's only so many Mondays in the year.
Yeah, man, this is fun. kind of like tomorrow. Tomorrow we got to go shoot the other episode, so it's kind of like a pregame. Dun 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 dun. Face him right into the camera lens.
Man, that shark has something wrong with it. It has tremors going on. He said, it's like shaking.
I couldn't keep it straight.
The shark has Parkinson's. Jaws' old ass.
He's old.
Alright.
So that is our MRM for this week. And man, it was freaking cool. I didn't know. You know, my first time being here. First time you, first time me.
So yeah, like we said, check out the movie. Make sure to check out Mikey Martinez's channel. We'll have all the information down below. You can just click there and watch some of his videos. Tell him that we sent you. Let him know what you thought. And in the comments, let us know what you thought of the movie. If it made you want the figures. If you bought the figures. If you're happy with them.
Yeah, let me know if anybody has any of those. I want to know what you got, because
He's trying to buy your figure.
Trying to trade, trying to do some trading over here, guys. So no, but yeah, seriously, do a review on those. If you guys come across them, let me know, because I want to see what they're about before I go and drop $100, $200 on these damn things. I mean, I'm all about nostalgia and everything, but I'm also about the quality.
So yeah, let us know in the comments what you think of the movie. And yeah, if you have any figures that KP can trade off you. If you do, why don't you go ahead and slide on over to my channel, Big Kid Kingpin. We'll have all his information below as well. And yeah, head over to our Facebook if you want. Give us a like. If you enjoyed the video, give a like, subscribe, and
share.
Yeah, share.
Sharing is caring. So share.
And then other than that, we will see you next week Monday. Well, Juan will probably see you.
Yeah, Juan will probably see you.
So, you have anything to say?
No.
Thanks for watching, guys. We're out of here. Peace.
Take care. No.